Alright homies, let's take a look at how RIOT finally killed LANESWAPS. So basically, I had this idea and I legit said this idea to Riot Froxton in person. I said, just like straight up, if you're in a situation, like just reduce the amount of XP you get in solo lanes and then you're done, you know? No one's gonna lane swap. But they went even heavier than that. They went even deeper than that, heavier than that, and you know, went all out. So the changes as of today are as follows. Lane swap detection. Lane swap detection apparently is in these areas, guys. So lane swap detection happens in these areas. If you are in this area, then these rules are activated. Okay. So 2 enemy champions, both of whom don't have a jungle item, are in the offending lane or surrounding area. This is very crucial because the response from a lot of people was, why don't you just take smite? The thing is, jungle item already has a built-in change. Jungle item, lol wiki. Let me just show you guys. So you have the League of Legends wiki, Gus Walker hatchling. So if you scroll down here, you're going to see that the user receives 70% to 0% reduced experience from all lane minions unless they are 1.5 levels behind the average game level. So you can't game the system. Like spending 400 gold on jungle item and not taking any jungle camps, nothing. Having 2 junglers is not real. Keep in mind, jungle item also counts as a starting item, and as a starting item, you cannot, like Doran's items, jungle items, super time starter count as starting items, and you can't buy multiple. You can't. You just can't. So the double smite angle doesn't work. You get reduced XP. It's pointless. It's just too big of a penalty, and you lose too much gold. Let's continue down the line. Time is 1:30 to 3:30 for top lane and 1:30 to 2:15 for mid lane. This is the significant aspect of the 2:15 for mid lane in comparison to 3:30 for top is that they don't want to hurt like roaming supports. So right now, after you take 2 waves on bot, you can roam into mid and not have a penalty. Here you can base in most cases. It's after cannon wave. You can go top, no penalty. All right. So they haven't nerfed roaming supports. They've just kind of put you in a situation, you know, where this happens. If the team has no jungler, this rule is disabled. So that's an angle, you know, but then you don't have a jungler, and then your jungler, like the XP you get from jungle camps is so skewed towards jungle item users. So no jungle teams is definitely not going to happen. Like playing 2-1-2 doesn't make any sense, right? But I think they added this rule because probably like in low tier normal games or bot games, maybe there's no junglers. So there's that. If the team has 2 or more junglers are included in the check while detected. Defending turret has 95% damage reduction. Defending turret one-shot minions. So basically the turret doesn't take any damage. Defending turret one-shots minions. Like this damage reduction was already so high, but now it's even more extreme. One-shots minions. So this is very interesting because it kills melee minions, range minions. The window you have to dive is completely just gone. And then defending turret and minions give gold and XP from their kills to the nearest allied champion in the lane. So there's no penalty, right? It's like the minions get one shot and that person gets all of the XP, all of the gold, no problem. Offending champions gain 50% less gold and XP from minions. Like this just kills lane swap completely. This lingers for 25 seconds in top lane. So basically it's like, let's say someone just ganks top level 1, right? Let's say level 1, I gank top with Nautilus. I want to hook the enemy. And then I want to base and go bot. It's sad that that completely is nerfed. Because now supports going top to just do a level 1 play is not going to happen either. You know, it's just not going to happen. 6 seconds in mid lane. The same thing for mid lane. Like level 1 play, it's like the fact that champions are going to have less... Like level 1 ganking mid is just dead. It's just so dead. It's like, sure, it can happen before minions die with the 6 seconds rule, but it definitely tightens the window a little bit more, you know? Top only, defending turret, one-shots champions. What? Bro, it's so heavy-handed. Defending turret, one-shots champions? Where did we go? What? Defending champion has a 50% damage reduction under the turret. Bro, like, they could have stopped. They could have stopped here, bro. They could have stopped here. This could have been enough. But they just went so far to really kill it. It seems like Riot went into the office and they said, if they lane swap again, you're fired. That's what they said. So let's think about the variants that are still available, guys. There are still variants available where you, for example, lane as Kaiser top and then you switched it into top to avoid a matchup. That's something that could happen still. And maybe after the bot lane, like let's say we do this, right? Let's say we do this as an example. My Kaiser goes top, right? My Kaiser lanes against enemy top lane top, okay? My support is bot lane with the top lane. And then after that, I go into mid. Because the mid penalty is gone fast. So I have to be bot for 2 waves, I go mid, and then we have a lane swap, right? Could also go AD carry mid, and let's go mid lane at top. And then AD carry goes bot, like support goes bot, you farm 2 waves, and then you go into mid. And that's what you can do, right? That's an angle, right? Because you're no longer an offender mid lane very, very fast. Another play that you can do, right, which is very, very possible, is what we saw today with the Sion, right? Is that you have late invade here, and then you just swap, and then you dive, and then you kill, and then you rock and roll, right? Because the jungle needs to farm. That's something that can happen. We saw that today with the Orange Senna game with the Sion. This variant is still available, right? Double smite is not real. Double smite is really, really not real. That's a solo queue strat. You can maybe pull it off in solo queue, but in competitive, like, it's not sharp enough. Temporary nature. These changes are temporary and by extension heavy-handed by necessity. We intend to work on longer-term solutions, similar to how we address funnel, double support items, but an elegant solution solves the problem without adding excess long-term rules to the game. Will take time, and we'll keep these rules in the game until that solution is ready. Many viewers and pros alike have expressed that LANESWAPS undermine something that makes League awesome, that the best top lanes can't find the best top laners and best bot lanes can't find the best bot lanes. I have to say, considering the timing of this, right, this is going to be after first stand, of course, because if this was at first stand, it would be a joke. This is going to be after first stand, and keep in mind, removing this and removing lane swaps at the same time, we're going to have like insane lane skewed bot lanes. We're going to have insanely skewed bot lanes. If this change comes in to implement like for first stand, I think it's a really bad decision from Riot. Insanely bad decision. In addition to this, I forgot to mention, there will be a very clear messaging if you're identified in lane swapping. Lane swap detective, please leave the area. We might have cooked with how noisy it is. Damn. Really? We consider referees enforcing it. But what if you have failed invade topside, then Korea walks slightly too close to top on his way out? Does ref pause the game and threaten a yellow card? Don't take one more step or it's a violation. The more we thought about all the edge cases needed to define, the more impractical it became, as amusing as it be to watch. Yeah, that's not amusing at all, bro. Okay, well, I addressed all the variants that will be possible, but I think the big one is the one that I mentioned, guys. I think this support AD top lane, right? So this is mid lane versus top laning 1v1. Like, let's say you have a matchup like Aurora, right? Let's say Aurora mid goes top to lane against Jax, and then your tank goes bot. Let's say you go Sion and fucking Nautilus here, right? You lane, you don't get dove, and your super just goes mid. Because at 215 it's gone. So this is gonna happen. I assure you this is gonna happen. Copyright, this is the Yamato swap, okay? Copyright. I've copyrighted it. This is the copyrighted Yamato swap.